Hello everybody, my name is Funky Monk John, and it's raining. It is weird, sounds are always weird. And as I was going on about in the last episode, let's see. I'll read this real quick and continue on. Our team members have removed the landslide caused by our drilling operation near Mountain Lake. I'd remind you that our drilling operation is entirely legal, pursuant to blah 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 Judicial Amendment. Responsible stewardship of the local environment is our top priority. I apologize for any inconvenience this accident may have caused. As always, we value your continued support and patronage. Morris, the customer satisfaction representative. And our parsnips are ready. Parsnips. I want to not use the parsnip. I want to not use the parsnip. I want to continue to harvest them. The microtransactions are, to me, rather the downfall of gaming because, like, it's rough. Like the games that do it, mind you, they're good enough, but it's just, it's hard for me to justify and validate, like, yeah, here's $15 for one skin. Like I said, the battle pass ain't bad, and, with recent lawsuits, kind of changing the structure of them based from, like, XP to, or just XP, more to, like, hey, here's a task list, do that. Okay, that's more obtainable than, you gotta get 75 million XP to hit the next level. And it's like, what is wrong with you? That is ludicrous. I need to hit this, actually. I can do that for her, definitely. 100 gold. But I'm gonna shut up about that, because I might, step on toes. But Skate 2 is better than Skate 3, and I will die on that hill and fight anyone who tries to climb on it. But we are very close. Okay, I'll read these. Catch a scarecrow. I think I'm almost there. Build a coop. Those are expensive. I'm gonna buy my backpack first because that to me is more valuable. Yeah, Piers is closed on Wednesday. No other day. I think it's just Wednesday. Abigail's room. I think she has a spirit board somewhere. Yeah, I think right there actually. That's her spirit board. A Ouija. And in here we have an altar to Yoba. I don't know if there's any lore on Yoba. I think it's just this game's like deity. And that's fun. Hit deity. I need to. Where's some of my stuff to be? Hey, perfect. Yes. Goodness. I realize I have one gold now. Yeah, I wish real life was like games like this. I can just go out and sell a couple fish to a dude for money. It's like Animal Crossing, It's like, oh, Tom Nook's like, you owe me 2.5 million bells. And it's like, alright, listen. I know all the beetle spawns. And the beetles are worth 24,000 bells apiece. I know what I'm doing. Then just hand them like a wad of bugs and fish. And it's like, bro, I wanted money. I hope everyone's day is going well. I would love to hear how your guys' day is going in the comments below. As always, I hope you're staying hydrated and taking care of yourselves. Because those things are very, cannot stress enough, very important. Because we are basically houseplants with emotions. A joke. Oh yeah, these are me little worms on the ground. To which hope you get stuff. Just let the game kind of relax for a minute. I'm sorry for long silences. Oh, wait, what's the record on that sardine? Oh, it doesn't show me. It did show me, but I passed through it. Some seaweed. Make some sushi. Oh, sushi. Listen. For a long time. So, like, you know, I grew up in the South, and kind of from more or less like an older generation. And my parents were older than most kids' parents my age. I just, you know, okay. But, you know, kind of grew up with, like, the old beliefs that, like, any raw food was, like, bad. So, you know, I grew up with, like, the, misconception that, like, sushi would just give me food poisoning. So, like, I stayed away from it for, like, a long time. And then, I turned 18, maybe? Or, I know here recently especially, which, you know, I haven't been 18 for quite a while. I was like, you know what, like, everyone rants and raves about how good sushi is. Let's go get sushi. So, you know, go to a nice sushi restaurant. I say nice. We go to a local sushi restaurant and try some sushi and everything. Oh yeah, I can go to the mines now. I'm gonna go do that. And I mean, it's delicious. If you haven't given it a try, you know, if you're like I was, I highly recommend it because, like, it feels very light, but it's also very filling. Like, you know, you don't feel like garbage for eating it like you would if you go to, like, a fast food burger joint. You know, you eat it and you're like, wow, it's refreshing in a lot of ways. Very artful a lot of times too, you know. It takes, like, a lot of skill to make sushi. I'm gonna try to make, like, some onigiri or, like, some maybe something like a Ziploc California roll, you know. I was just peering down into this old mine shaft. It's been abandoned for decades. So there's probably good ore down there, but a dark place, undisturbed for so long. I'm afraid ore isn't the only thing you'll find. Here, take this. You might need it. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Old man in a cave. Back to the 70s, man. Or 80s? 80s. My name's Marta, by the way. I run the Adventurers Guild right outside. I'll keep my eye on you. Prove yourself, and I might think about making you a member. Sweet. Speaking of, we are going to rearrange some things. Because I would kind of like all my tools being particularly close to each other. There's fun. So yeah, I should go sell some stuff. I can get to, like, probably level 5. So the way the mines work is, you know, you have typically enemies also. I was just showing you, like, hey, there's rocks. I mean, your enemies will be slimes. So your rocks, one random one, will contain your way down, or the last enemy will. So I grew up with, like, you know, plenty of food on the table and stuff, but a lot of it was rather overcooked, and that is no, you know, slight on my parents or anything like that. It was just simply just a fact. And, you know, as I grew up and taught myself more about food and how to cook it, I learned about eternal temperatures, and not until it is, you know, what I consider done, basically. I'm like, oh yeah, this is much better. Like chicken breasts are juicy. And oh yeah, another whole thing with that was like medium well steaks or medium rare steaks. I was very, like, skeptical to try because, you know, like, you know, oh, it's blood in the, there's, you know, just from my school kids also, like, there's blood, red stuff's blood, and it's like, no, it's not, it's flavor. Not good though. Yeah, there's a geode, so I'm going to, let me tell you, slime, yes. I should hit level 5. If not, I have to go up. Usually when it's raining, it's supposed to go do this. But see, like, it's very well made because they give you enough time to get acquainted to, like, you know, the fishing, the farming, the foraging, how things work. But hey, here's another aspect. They more or less leave you with it. So earth crystal, those are useful. That's also kind of useless. That, and, you know, going to farm with trees. It's a cow farm. It's gonna be a cow farm. What an unhinged movie, right? Like Barnyard, 2006, maybe. 5. I'm outie. Just want to hit that little milestone, so I'll come back and not be like starting on ground zero. When did Barnyard come out? Let me click Google search here. 2006. I was correct. But just the premise of, like, very like weirdly designed, and like every bovine animal has udders, right? Boys, the girls, all of them. I don't know why that was the design choice, but it was. And the whole thing of, like, you know, they drink milk and get drunk. Where's it at? It's right here, you know, and that whole thing. It's just weird. And then all cartoons are on a different level of just strange. Not that they were bad. It's bad they were not. But weird they very much were. Actually, I'm going to keep that because I can make bait later. So I'm going to keep, I think, the rest of this. This coal is useful to smelt ore with, and I think we'll get the recipe for that tomorrow. I'm going to organize my stuff. Keep my stuff organized. It's too late to carry that, but I might check on my stuff tomorrow. See, I'm organized. I try to be organized in games and keep, you know, clutter out of stuff. Real life, cut it out. Like, I'll get on, like, a bender, and by a bender I mean a cleaning bender, and just clean, right? Alright, this stuff that's been bugging me for a little bit. Go top to bottom, get everything nice and done, and then, like, a day later, it's horrible again. And literally to a point where I'm like, why am I like this? Hey, can somebody buy me some food? I'm poor. Oh no, I don't know where freaking Haley would be right now. I think she's home. Well, I sold the fish anyway, so oops. I'm not doing so good on my delivery service. Yeah, like, I'm trying to keep things kind of put in their place, and I've learned over time to. This game does make me sleepy, man. But as I move along, to put things just where they go. Like, if I did like take my work shirt off or whatever, I put it in dirty clothes. Let's see, I can't craft bait. I was correct. Just as it's leaving me, I'm just like, all right, in dirty clothes you go. Use a dish, put it in the sink or the dishwasher. It just mitigates mess. And hey, this he's so awkward. Hi there, good morning. I noticed that you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. If you want to get the most out of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. Just so happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around here. I want you to have them. Easy to smelt metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. When you've smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Okay, I'm heading home. Take it easy. Okay, bye. Let's see what their next quest is. Forging ahead, craft a furnace, easy. 40. So yeah, it goes from like 5 to 40 to like 100. See, we explored. Oh man, we got adventure spirits. Tell that much. It's like 10 slimes I'll earn your place in my adventurers guild. Be careful, Marlin. Gonna get some more parsnip seeds. Let's see, furnace though. Should probably just get like 10. Let's see. 20 and 25. I don't think I have 20 copper. 10. So that is my. That. I know I said like right off the rip that I don't exactly go and talk to the doctor. But before I hit that mines, I might. Initiation, 10 slimes. Easy peasy. But yeah, you do end up spending quite a lot of time in the mines. That's where you get like all your resources. Who's wanting what? Seaweed, not too convenient. Sure, I'm fishing until a certain time. I'm gonna go to the mines. Seaweed should be easy enough. It's just like a random drop, pretty much. But doing quests and stuff like that, and checking the birthday boards, finding out their likes, which. Excuse me again. There's all kinds of like tables and everything of like who likes what the most and etc. Whiffed it. But if you give them gifts every day, if you talk to them twice every day and stuff like that, it builds up their like meter of you, and they'll give you recipes and. You get stuff in the mail from them. That's nice. Hey, sweet, I got a treasure chest. Some iron. Oh, sweet. That's much later on. I just want some seaweed for Jody. Trying to make friends, man. It's hard. It's like in real life, like, talk to somebody and you're like, hey, I got you this like stick. So why'd you give me a stick? I thought you might like a stick. I'm gonna give that one more go. And I'm headed underground to the mines. Be minding my own business. Hey, I'll be here all week. for better or for worse. There we go, perfect. Third time's the charm. I forget, I think Jody lives this way. I bet I can get Elliot marked off my to meet list. This is oops. As people see you digging in the trash can, they'll go, "Hey, you're gross," and tell you to stop. Which, I mean, they're right, don't get me wrong, but like, rude. Don't have to call me out like that. Where's Jody? She's in the shop, I bet. Or she's here. Yeah, sweet. No, please don't. What? Seaweed are requested looks perfect. Here's a little something for your trouble. That's money. Money. Oh, 60. But hey. 60 more than we had before. Hey, I need to talk to you. What up with it? I have 27, 28, and the last one is the goddamn wizard. I'm not joking. You can't look at him and tells me he's not a wizard. Oh, and Elliot. I need to meet Elliot. It's Elliot. That's another movie. Open season. Weird. But, like, memorable. Tell me... Listen. Okay, look at the Minions movies, right? What do you remember from them? Or, like, Secret Life of Pets. Like, there's moments in those movies, right, that are... that can be funny and memorable. But, like... you know, Funimation has broken the code where they're like, hey, we can make movies for $20 million and turn around and make billions of dollars off of them, or, you know, hundreds of millions. And they're easy movies to make because they're just simple humor, simple formula to follow, cut, paste, and, you know, that's pretty well it. And they do phenomenally well. Oh, a movie that's out on Netflix, if you have Netflix, that I would highly recommend is, Pinocchio by Guillermo del Toro. Well, I think it's directed by, well, he produced it, he made it. It took like, I think he said like 10 plus years to make, which is insane. Because I think he just hit it like snags and stuff and no one really wanted to put it out. Which is Guillermo del Toro. He made Hellboy back in 2004 and I think 2008 or 6. That's a few years apart, I think. With like Ron Perlman and, oh, you know, the good Hellboy, not the one with David Harbour, which was sad because David Harbour is phenomenal. He's a great actor. But the Hellboy script, not very well known. Visual effects, pretty good. But just, I'd say it, not my fave. I mean, they could have done it justice. Like, the comics are really great. Which is, oh, there's will be like 10 swans right here. Definitely. Oh, gather. I should have, like, today gone to the doctor and gotten like a health potion, preemptively. Come here. Okay. The comics, yeah, they're very great. They're like macabre and kind of dark, and like the art style is really grimy. It's gonna take a minute, but they're very like well done and like it's just very dark, shaded, and it's just excellent. I have the first stories omnibus, and there's apparently a lot. I need to get out of here. I'm gonna die. I'm not. Okay. I was fine. Okay, get him in the corner. Oh no. It's not like that's a great cheat. This is 5Ds of dodgeball. Their attacks aren't sinking though. Yeah, that's not great. No, I don't want to lose all my shit though. Let me out. Let me out. Okay. Okay, actually, I'm gonna leave. You bastards, leave me alone. Okay, I'm gonna leave and come back. Because I want copper, but I don't want to die. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Yeah, Hellboy comics. Like, it's a very niche one, but very good. But it's, you know, like a subsidiary of DC or whatever. But nope, okay, that's just gonna be like a scripted thing, more or less. So we're going to probably actually go to the doctor. But I'm a man, I don't go. No, I'm joking. So there we go. Fresh mountain air is nice on a day like this. I wonder if the frogs will make an appearance soon. They will later. I don't need new friends. I understand. But oh, Linus is actually a really great friend to talk to. Because his gifts are super easy. Fish and like things you forage. Yeah, he likes just things. And she plays flute in the woods. She's cool. One of these guys just, you know, a cute couple. They kind of just sit up on the ledge and just ponder life. Oh, I forgot you can eat sap. Yeah, no. We can either buy some food or buy. Oh, I think his shop's closed. Goes on and says, that's cool. I don't think, yeah, I can't buy anything from him. See how much the second backpack is. 10 grand. Nope. That's an expensive backpack. Nor do I think I can go here because I think they close at 5 or 3. Was it 3? You gotta change your hours, man. Like this will hook me up. So hop on buy a breadstick. That's all I can afford. I'm poor, man. Never mind. But Shane loves beer. How'd you know this is my favorite? Because you're kind of an alcoholic too. Why are you bothering me? I want to be alone. Okay. Or are you in a bar with people? I need to talk to everybody. Make friends. Clint here, he won't talk to anyone, just gonna sit over his shoulder now and then. He, I think, has a thing for Leah. And then Pam is just getting sloshed. She isn't responding. She's like 30 drinks in. They'll decorate for the different seasons. Hey, you know, it is fun. And the sun's cresting. About to go down. It's gonna be nighttime soon. I didn't get to buy my goddamn parsnips. Fish really quick, I suppose. I think I could eat that, but you can make, however, which I don't know if I can. Yeah, you can make a field snack. I have a pine cone, maple seed, and an acorn, and it gives you like. That's basically it's a granola bar. Essentially, it just gives you some food. So is it Rasmussen? I haven't met him either, but that dude's scripted. I forget where Elliot hangs out. Which Elliot's like the suave pretty boy who writes things. But she don't. He comes out, he stands on the bridge for a while, stands on the beach for a while, and then you think he goes home. He's like an author, and I'm pretty sure it's basically like a shack he lives in. Which is, you know, cool. I mean, I'd live on a shack on the beach. Depends on what beach. Some beaches are like far too crowded, like too touristy. That really like dampens a vacation. Trying to go somewhere and it's just like the busiest time of the year for that area, and you're like, oh, I want to relax. I want to go here and eat. Well, get ready to spend 20 minutes in traffic doing absolutely nothing. Getting there, and then that place that you're wanting to eat also being, you know, more or less a tourist attraction, and not being able to eat for another 30 or 40 minutes. So by that time, you're just like, you know what? It's fine. I'm just going to get McDonald's because it's fast and reliable. Not that the other places aren't, but they have so much, you know, volume. Traffic and stuff. It's then you come home and you need a vacation from your vacation. It's ridiculous. Like, how am I supposed to enjoy myself with 20,000 people in one city? On one road, rather. A city of 20,000 people isn't that many, I don't think. I know my home city had like... say home city, it's a hometown. It's small. Maybe 10,000 people? I'll look it up here. See. No, 1,000 people. Not even 1,000 people. The neighboring town. Okay, the neighboring town has a population of 15,000. So, you know, you can tell that's an interesting thing to think about. But like the thing with like small town living, like I lived about 10 minutes away. So like in the small town I lived in, I went to the elementary school there, and I think there's like 90 kids maybe in that school. So, you know, my parents were like, hey, the high school you're supposed to go to has like a pretty bad drug problem, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, so we're going to send you to the city school. Okay, that's neat. And it went from, you know, a size of 90 something kids to my class alone having over 200 kids. I think there's 800 kids in that whole school. Vastly different. And like, you know, these new people, of course, me being one of like a few kids, you know, that transferred from that school, you know, we didn't know anybody. And, you know, they all got this weird impression of me, so I more or less grew up with these kids from high school to graduating. I'm gonna finish this up here soon, I apologize. But, you know, and then everyone just knowing everybody. You know, so like I got like a job in that town and everything, and everyone just, I don't know, had like these weird cliques and everything that existed still in high school. Or like still existed after high school. And it wasn't very conducive at all to growth. It's like, okay, I gotta get out. So, you know, I moved cities. And like meeting new people, nobody, you know, being forced to meet new folks and new people is, I think, a very valuable and necessary requirement for life, because if you grew up in your hometown, you have no like real, unless it's like a big town, I'm talking like small town southern state, like everyone knows each other and there's no real room for improvement and growth. I might pick this up next time, I may not, but for now that is all I have for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like button. Man, you can tell I haven't gotten much sleep. I apologize. Try that again. If you've enjoyed the episode so far, leave a like. If you like what you've seen, and want to see more content like this in the future, subscribe and it would help out a great deal. It would mean so very much to me. It's not Christmas time. But as always, I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.